Now, here is something very interesting. Lena Wurtmuller, being a propagandist, had to find countries that when they passed the Fuhrer in the stands, they would, you know how they used to put their arms straight out and salute the Fuhrer? She wanted to show countries saluting the Fuhrer. So here's the Olympics, and they would announce each country as their contingent walked out at the opening ceremonies, and they would go, Deutschland. And then, of course, Deutschland would walk by, and they would give the salute to Hitler with the arm straight out. Now, the United States came by. They weren't going to give no straight-arm salute, so right away in the film, you don't see the United States. You just see them sort of like in the background somewhere.
I see where we're going.
All right. Now, then they go Austria. And Austria comes by, and the arm goes straight out.
Shoot out there.
Shoots straight out. And there were 5 or 6 countries after Austria that you can guess which ones they are. You know, the Poles and everyone else. So, all the conquered Slavs. So, then, this is the most telling part of the documentary, and you must watch this if you don't believe me. All of a sudden, they announce El Franque, or however they say France. France comes out, and the arms go straight out to the Fuhrer. Those goddamn snail-eating, rat-feet bastards, the French, the biggest worms on the planet, were goose-stepping and putting the arm straight out for Lena Wurtmuller's film of the Fuhrer. The French are scumbags. And let me tell you, to this day, the French are scumbags to us. They hate the Americans. They bow to Nazis. They are a conquered people, and they loved Hitler. During World War II, they sat there. All right, my dad wants to get in on this. My dad goes nuts over this, too. Hey, Pop.
Yeah, well, I just wanted to straighten you out.
Go ahead.
The terrorists...
My dad saw this, too.
Wait a minute, he's straightening you out on the terrorists.
Oh, go ahead.
The terrorists that they're after in Libya are the ones who blew up Pan Am.
Yeah, that's it. The ones who blew up Pan Am that we know did it, and they're housing them in Libya.
They're there, and they refuse to extradite them for trial. Okay, so it's a known quantity. What the point that you're making, which I like very much, is that when a terrorist attacks your people, it's an actual act of war.
Right.
In itself, it's an act of war.
Yep.
So you don't have to get anybody's permission to retaliate.
Right.
Now, if you find that these people are in wherever they are, then you have the right to retaliate.
Right, and the way to retaliate is to blow them up every goddamn day and say, okay, when are you going to give us these guys?
The truth is that these governments support these terrorists.
Yes,
that's right.
They
That's
give
right.
them money.
You
They
bet.
give them aid. They give
We're
them
at war with them.
shelter. I say attack the leadership.
Oh,
Okay,
whatever.
We're not quibbling of where you're going to bomb them. We're
Just bomb them.
Now, what Howard was making a good point is that when you say to Libya...
He's not being stupid?
Yeah, and by the way, I meant to, it's Leni Riefenstahl, not Lena Wurtmuller.
I was going to say, Lena Wurtmuller made some great films.
She made Swept Away.
Yeah.
I meant Leni Riefenstahl,
In
all right?
fact, last week...
I've never seen any of her.
Yeah, I get carried away when I talk about France because they're such scumbags. But go ahead. The point you're making, Pop, and the point I am making, is that if you want to fight terrorism, that you have got to realize that, like I said after the Flight 800, because I happen to believe it was, I believe it was
Well,
terrorist.
you have to wait to find out.
Yeah, we have to wait. Yeah, big deal. So,
See, this is where we have
Let's keep waiting. Keep waiting until we're all gone. But they pick us off one by one. I said, we are at war. No one wants to acknowledge we are at war. We cannot sit here like sitting there.
Why is that?
Because we're a free, open society. We allow people in and out.
No. Why is it nobody wants to say this but you, that we are at war?
Because there are people saying it.
I don't know if you're aware of this. 2 weeks ago, there was an international conference in Europe.
Yes.
Right.
All the countries were there, and they were addressing this problem.
Yes.
Of course, in Europe, they're very scared. They don't like
pussies.
The reason I say they're scared, if you go back to the beginning of terrorism, it could have been wiped out at the time of 1972. You had an international Olympics at the time in Germany.
Right.
Now, this is where all the countries of the world are representative. When they came into there and committed an act of terrorism,
right,
that was a slap in the face to the whole world community. At that particular time, when they established where these guys came from,
they should have gone in there.
They should have gone in. Now, what is it? You're paying the piper now.
That's right.
This is paying the piper.
If everyone at that Olympics who attended who was offended by what went on,
nobody cared.
That's right.
They went on with the Olympics. It was like nothing happened.
Like
now,
sheepling being led to the slaughter, and we're doing it all over again.
Then you say to yourself, well, the terrorist community, look, there's no big deal.
Right.
In fact, when they shoved this guy Klinghoffer
right.
off a boat, I don't know, they in Italy, these guys were put on trial, but they allowed to walk around in the streets.
Right.
The guy didn't the guy escape from jail?
Yep.
Yeah.
It was a big joke.
It was a big joke.
Now, they know where this guy is now, and these countries harbor these guys. If we went over and blew the bastards up, I guarantee you, in 2 days, they turn them over, because they're the biggest pussies on the planet.
In other words, if the world is on alert that this is an act of war, where if you do this and harbor... Look, these guys have to have money and weapons. They can't come up with it from nowhere.
They have safe haven.
They have to have a sponsor.
Right.
Now, if you find out who the sponsor is, there's nothing, there's a lot of intelligence in the world. As soon as you know the sponsor, you pay back the sponsor.
Now, you brought up 2 instances where we knew the sponsor. We knew it was, we know that Libya now harbors 2 guys.
Yeah, that we read.
And we know what happened with this guy who did Klinghoffer, and we knew what happened during the Olympics.
Right.
But we did nothing. So we're going to sit and do nothing, and it makes me nauseous.
Well, they had a big meeting. I mean, nothing came of it, but they're talking about getting together.
Well, Clinton's afraid, you know.
Well, no.
He is.
Don't say that we're afraid. We're the ones that want to do it. It's the other countries. France won't do it. England won't. Nobody wants to.
France will not.
Yeah, in Europe, they'd much rather walk around their airport with guns.
Right.
Yeah.
Which does no good anyway.
Anyway, you're talking about that 19...
yeah, you saw it. What channel was that on? Wasn't that on public television?
Yeah, Channel 13.
Yeah, you saw it. I was talking to my dad about it. It's that Leni Riefenstahl.
Well, she did a great job.
She was a great filmmaker.
Great filmmaker. And she was, she just interspersed maybe one country that didn't give the signal.
Yeah.
But then I was astounded when they announced Austria, Deutschland, Frankreich, Italy. And these are the 4 countries, of course.
Yeah, France. France, our ally.
France and Italy.
Yeah. Well, there you go. That's a very telling movie. That's a great movie that you just saw.
I don't hear you screaming about the Italians.
The Italians?
Well, they were fascists.
They were against us, but France is supposed to be our ally.
Yes,
right.
but still.
No,
I think France should have confessed that they were really in league with the Fuhrer.
Listen.
And how about France? At least the Italians are with us today. France, you go ask, can we fly over your airspace so we can bomb somebody? No.
I don't know that the Italians are with us today.
Yeah, they are. They got
Don't matter.
Who cares?
I mean,
nobody. They got no power. They're a third world country. They can't even deliver a letter over there. Who cares if they're with us or against us?
But anyway.
They're not a factor. They're busy eating spaghetti. What?
No, so anyway, that was the point I'm making. That
All right.
But if you don't address these things, it's just going to go on and on.
Well, of course. And they wrote about it in Forbes magazine.
Yeah.
They were right.
Malcolm Forbes had in his editorial, he had a...
Steve Forbes.
Yeah, Steve
Malcolm's
Forbes.
gone.
Malcolm is dead.
That's right. My father's a little old. You don't know.
He's trying to keep up.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's what you pick up, right, from the whole conversation.
All right, okay. My father's insulted. I called him senile the other day. Listen, you're an old man.
Call me senile. People coming over and walking me across the street now.
Well, listen.
Is that true?
You're an old man. You got 1 foot in the grave. What am I supposed to do?
Oh, you're horrible. This is your son.
I wouldn't know what to do if you left me.
For this, you had children.
You know who you sound a lot like? The president of Westinghouse Broadcasting, Michael Jordan.
Thank you.
Yeah, all right.
Shut up.
All right, Pop.
Bye.
Bye. Oh, here's a Frenchman wants to get on me. Hey, is this Matt?
Yeah, Howard.
Matt the Frenchman?
Yeah, hey.
Pussy?
You
Hey,
don't
man,
sound French.
pussy, yeah.
You live in America?
Yeah.
Then you're not a Frenchman.
Jews are way more pussies than
Oh,
French,
now we're getting
man.
into a Jew thing, huh?
What's that?
Yeah, well, French are good at killing off Jews.
Well, think about it, though, man.
Hey, let me tell you something, pal. You got no heritage to be proud of. The French
Yeah,
have been
dude.
snail-eating
Hey,
scumbags their whole lives.
Napoleon was an awesome conqueror.
I don't care what Napoleon was. You think that's something to be proud of? A little faggot ulcer?
What?
You heard me. He was a faggot with an ulcer.
Faggot with an ulcer.
Shut up, you bum. You suck. Yeah, let me tell you something. I wish you were here now. I'd punch you in your face, you bastard. Yeah, good. Well, all I know is, man, the French are no friends of America.
Well, look, man.
And if you're an American, you'd recognize that. Your affiliation is screwy, you bastard. Yeah, I don't know anything. I don't know anything about history. I saw the French sitting and saluting their Führer. They're a bunch of snail-eating sheep, you rat bastard, scumbag, rat jap bastard.
After World War I, the country was decimated. They had no money. They had no army.
Well, good.
How the hell are they?
Yeah, some
they
backbone.
supposed to make a good battle.
Napoleon, 4'2" with a huge hat.
What?
He didn't win.
Who?
Yeah. Your only weapon is cream sauce. You're fattening our arteries. Goodbye, bastard. I'm not going to sit there and talk to a French. First of all, he's an American. Okay, how come Americans don't stand up against those guys? All right, I got to go calm down during the commercial break. I'm on fire. See, I know what's going on. The problem is I don't have any real power.
Well, I was going to say, if you weren't afraid to disclose your finances, maybe you'd get into politics.
I know. Well, you know what? I might disclose my finances. I think once I'm done with this 5-year jag of radio, I'm going to become a governor.
Yeah?
And then I'm going to be the president. I'm going to do it like Ronald Reagan did. I'll be president when I'm in my 60s. Oh, if I don't get laid, I'll explode. What do you want?
I hate to
What?
ruin the mood, but we're ready to go with our next segment.
What is our next segment?
We're having the hypnotist in.
What? What did you just say?
We're having the
I can't
hypnotist
understand
in.
you. That's big lips and teeth. I never know
No,
what
you
you're
can't
saying.
understand because Fred's playing sound effects.
Fred didn't play any sound
Oh,
effects.
you didn't? I thought I heard something. I mean, that must have been Robin's cackling, I heard.
What
No,
did you
that
say?
was Jackie sitting next to you.
We're ready to go with the next segment with the hypnotist.
Yeah, and what is that segment? What am I going to do with
Well,
it?
I'm not going to. We're going to tell you off the air.
All
because
right.
We've already hypnotized some of the people here in our very own office.
Oh, good. Okay.
And to
Because
think
we
of some-
hypnotized some of the interns. It's pretty funny. This guy, Paul, is dynamic.
He's very good, Howard.
Paul McKenna. Were you hypnotizable?
No,
Oh, you're kidding.
no, and neither was believe it or not, neither was Scott the engineer.
Oh.
And Scott the Pace, man, he's an everything phobe. You know, he thought as soon as he got down there, he thought we were going to make him gay, so he freaked out.
I see. You,
You
can't make a guy.
hypnotize him, huh?
No, they knew in 2 minutes he
Excuse
was.
me 1 minute, Baba Booey. What, I got another Frenchman? Hey, Frenchie. Hey, Frenchie.
Hello?
Notice, by the way, the Frenchmen are all anti-Semites. Right away, they bring up the Jews. That's the one. Why don't you bring up everybody, you bastards? What is it?
Hello?
What is it? Is this Bob?
I'm sorry?
What do you want, Bob? This is Howard.
Howard, you're making comments about the French people, what took place in World War II.
Yeah. I'm the only one who remembers.
The matter is that, we were a conquered people.
Yeah, and
That
you know
is
what?
true.
And you know what? When you were conquered, I'll tell you what I resent
Did
about
you ever hear of the French resistance?
Yeah, I heard of it. It's a myth. Let me tell you
Not a
something.
myth.
Let me tell you something, Bob.
What?
Bob.
Why are you...
When you were conquered by Hitler, you know the
why
French...
Did you call me Bob with that the condescending...
I'll tell you
nasty
something,
other-
Bob.
Yes?
You people were born with your hands up, surrendering. And let me tell you
And what
something.
about the Jews? They marched
When you
to the
here we
oven.
go, the
You
anti-Semite
marched to the
French
oven.
rat bastards.
They
What
all
about the
marched
Jews?
to the
What about
oven
the Jews? Why did you
with
kill
their
every
hands up.
goddamn Jew? We'll get that issue off the plate.
Was there a
You were
Jewish
so happy that
resistance?
Hitler was killing everybody.
Did-
Let me tell you what
yeah,
you did.
you
While
marched to
our
the
American
oven
men
without
were dying
resistance.
overseas, while our American men were saving your ass, which your country is not grateful for, that's what I resent.
And
That
they said the
millions
Jews
of
as well,
veterans died for your country, and you guys are not even respectful of us as Americans. We go over there and you spit in our food.
Howard.
That's number one. Number
Jews
two
marched
reason I'll never
to
go
the
to
oven
France
and
is
they took
because
it-
when
they
you
took
were
it like
conquered, you worked so goddamn hard for Hitler. You people take
Jews
4-hour
were
lunches now that you're not conquered. When you were working for Hitler, they say your productivity was the
Nobody worked.
highest in French goddamn
Nobody
history.
worked for Hitler.
You scumbag.
You too.
Go
You're
back
a
there with your
scumbag.
goddamn
You're a
beret,
huge
you rat
scumbag.
bastard, Bob, you anti-Semite rat think bastard.
Would you like
I just
to-
exposed you for what you are.
Would you like to say
rat
one thing?
think. I don't forget. The rest of these guys forget. I don't forget, you creep.
You
piece
silly
of garbage.
little goose, Howard.
You're a goose. You're you silly goose.
You silly little good-for-nothing Mimi.
Yeah, take your stupid pussy
You-
language
if
and go back. The
if
language
you're
of
buying-
romance. That's how you romance Hitler. Why don't you bend him over a chair? He bent you
If
all
you're
over the
buying
chair. You ought to
the French accent,
reciprocate.
You must be very stupid.
Yeah, I'm very stupid. Meanwhile,
I'm
everybody
not, right?
knows I'm the king of
Hey,
all
Howard,
media.
Hey, Howard, it's a put on. Come on. The
Yeah,
phone call.
get out of here, bastard. Put me on. Get me all set up.
Hey, guess what? I'm here. I didn't do it.
Little Mimi.
Yeah. Rat bastard. People love to yank my chain when I'm defending this country, this
I know.
greatest
They
country in
don't
the
even
world.
Take it seriously.
That's right. All right, let me take a break and then I'll meet the. I got a long day ahead of me. I'm already exhausted.
You're breathing heavy and there's beads of sweat on your forehead.
That's right, because when you bring up certain things about terrorists and Frenchmen, I get frigging nuts.
crazy.
I want to curse. And I hate radio that you can't use the F word. In my movie, I use the F word every other word. Right, Robin?
And then Betty says, "How could you do one without the F word?"
Yeah, every minute. I said, God damn it, this is a movie. All right, I'm going to take a break. We'll be back.
When you wake up, Doug, you'll be completely unable to tell the truth. The more outrageous and unbelievable the untruths you tell, the better, okay? You'll find telling outrageous lies will be easy. Eyes open, wide awake, wake up, eyes open, rise and shine. Wakey, wakey.
By the way, Doug, thank you for joining us today on the show.
You're welcome.
And what do you do for a living again?
I'm a heart surgeon.
You are a heart surgeon. Now, that's a fascinating career. Did you always want to be a heart surgeon?
Yeah.
You obviously were very smart in school, weren't you?
Really.
Have you done many operations?
Yeah, I did 3 before I got here this morning.
Really? Already? And what were the problems there? People with heart attacks?
Yeah, people eating too much fat, and they have to watch what they eat.
Right.
Yeah.
And so you took them and you operated on them. Are they going to all survive?
I hope so.
Is it hard when you have to tell people that their loved ones have not survived an operation, or have you ever lost a person?
Yeah, I've lost a lot.
You have lost a lot.
But it just comes with the job, you know.
Where did you do the operations this morning, then?
Where? At Columbia Presbyterian Hospital in the city.
Have you ever done one in an unusual place?
I did one on the subway once.
Really?
Yeah, a heart
You did heart surgery on the subway? How is that possible? I mean, don't you need a sterile environment?
Yeah, I carry my tools around, you know,
Right.
my surgical
Have you
tools.
ever operated on anybody famous?
Yeah.
Who?
Should I say?
Is it all right? If it's all right.
Harrison Ford.
Really? No kidding.
Ford at heart
I didn't know
surgery?
that. Bob
Bob
Hope?
Hope?
Who else? Anybody?
George Burns, but
But he's gone.
it wasn't my fault.
Right. No, I understand.
You mean he died in surgery?
Yeah, he was just
Now,
old.
it's come to my attention that you're dating someone famous. Is that correct? I guess as a wealthy heart surgeon, you have your pick of the litter, don't you? Yes. And who is this person?
Robin.
Robin. Well, Robin has never mentioned it before, but yes, it's true. The
wait a
famous
minute.
heart surgeon Doug is dating Robin Quivers.
You going to tell them where we met?
Tell the story, because Robin has been pretty tight-lipped about it.
When I first started working here about 2 years ago, I passed Robin in the hall, and she just gave me eyes, and then she cornered me in her office once, and she just
Attacked you?
Yeah,
Is she good in bed?
yeah,
She is.
she's not bad.
Right.
No, thank you.
So the two of you have been seeing each other secretly for 2 years? Mm-hmm. Wow. And you are her boyfriend.
Yeah,
But it's a big secret.
yeah. I promised I wouldn't tell, but
But she said it's okay. And
Thank you. Now you're telling.
but
So
when
she-
I'm on the West Coast, because I do a lot of surgery there on the stars, I have another girlfriend there.
You do.
You do?
Well, Robin, the guy's very famous
Wait a
and
minute.
wealthy.
I'm very hurt.
Does she use her mouth on you?
All the time.
Really? Is that her favorite thing to do? Wow, you're a
likes
lucky
that.
man. Wow. What is the most?
Cheat on me.
Tell me the most romantic night that you had with Robin, and did it involve the third input, the backside?
Of course.
Oh,
Is that her favorite thing?
please.
Is
Yeah.
it is.
She likes it by a sink.
Right. Now, Robin, you don't. Doug is not telling honest. You don't mind that he's telling.
No,
this.
he can tell any. You want to tell everything?
About the helicopter ride?
Yes. Go ahead. Talk about that, please.
Well, you know, Robin makes more money than I do.
Right.
But you know, I do well.
Yes. So you're high six-figure
Right.
income. Yes.
But she wanted to charter a helicopter. So we did a helicopter ride around New York City while she pleased me in many ways.
With her mouth.
Yes.
And what was she wearing?
She was wearing a G-string.
Wow.
And that's it.
And that's it in the helicopter.
And
And
I think-
what did the pilot think?
He didn't care.
He didn't care. So Robin was in a
And I'm
G-string.
totally uninhibited like that.
Yeah.
Totally.
Boy. And then she pleased you with her mouth first, and then what? And then the buttocks? Mm-hmm. Wow. In the helicopter.
Oh, I can't believe you said
And then
that.
we went on a yacht.
A
Then we
yacht?
landed on the West Side Highway on the helicopter port.
Wow, that's romantic. That is romantic. And how
I
many?
chartered the yacht. She
You
did
chartered the
helicopter.
Wow, what a power couple you two
Yeah,
are.
we have good time.
And the sex was good. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And what about her luscious breasts? Are they so big
They're very big.
and wonderful and firm? Wow.
Are you going to tell them anything else? I can't believe you're telling all of this.
Did you ever eat peaches and champagne off her stomach?
Just strawberries and whipped cream.
Really? Wow. Do you still own the Yankees, by the way? Someone told me a rumor that you were thinking of buying the Yankees. Or
I was thinking of it, but yeah, I don't know.
You don't know yet. You're a heart surgeon. I mean, you're a pretty busy guy.
Yeah.
Now, after you had this sex with Robin, did you wash your hands before surgery, or?
Of course.
Of course, of course. Well, I got to tell you, it's a
Who are
fascinating.
you dating on the West Coast?
Tori Spelling.
Really? Are you really? Tori Spelling, the famous actress.
I can't believe you.
Wow. That who's better in bed, Robin or Tori Spelling?
Tori takes the cake.
Oh, wow.
Oh, no. That's it. You're cut off.
I'm just kidding.
It's funny that you don't call Robin darling, or no romantic.
No, we made a deal not to, be too affectionate around this.
What is your pet name for Robin when you're in the sack? Tell the truth.
Chocolate cake.
Chocolate cake? Yeah. Chocolate cake. Well, you two make a great couple. Listen, this is a man who has accomplished a lot in his life. Your parents must be very proud of you that you've done so well in school.
They didn't know about Robin and I, though.
Right, they didn't? So
Did they know about Tori?
No, they didn't know about Tori.
Well, that's
Right.
good. At least we're
I made
even.
1 or 2 mentions, but
So the only two women you're seeing presently are Tori Spelling and Robin Quivers.
yeah, I went out with Sandra Bullock once.
How was that? How was that?
Okay.
That was good. Is she not good in bed?
She's all right. I just went out with her once. Went out for dinner.
She seems kind of cold.
She was cool. She was.
She was cool? Really?
Have you ever been out with any members of the British royal family at all?
Nah. Well,
You can say.
Prince Charles and I went out for a drink once.
Really?
when I was-
You had a
How did you meet him?
A relationship with Prince Charles?
I was in London and he heard I was there, so he I got a
He
letter
just-
and he just said, "Why don't you come over to the palace and have a drink?"
He
Wow.
wanted to meet you.
You're an amazing man. Well, you've done it all. You've even done heart surgery on the subway. So,
Yeah,
well,
that's-
chocolate cake. There's your man, and
I can't believe it.
my chocolate cake.
Are you mad at me, Robin?
No, I couldn't
How
possibly
could she
be
be?
mad at you.
You obviously give Robin much pleasure, so it looks like she's got a pretty
She
big.
gives me a lot of pleasure.
Well, that's good.
Well, thank you.
How many times a night? I mean, have you ever
What's
had
the
sex?
most?
What's the most?
was like 10.
10 times.
Every time I went to sleep, I'd wake up and she'd be like, "More, give me more."
Hey, someone told me you had something to do with the invention of Windows for computers, the Windows 95.
Yeah, that's a
Do you get a lot of money for that?
couple $100 million.
Really? Just for inventing that?
Yeah.
Wow. You're an amazing man. Well, nice speaking with you, Doug, and thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
And sleep, and relax. There we are. Now, would it be better if he remembered it or not? What do you think?
Let him remember it.
Okay. All right. So when you wake up, you'll remember what you've just said, even though you'll be very surprised that you said it. Eyes open, wide awake, wake up, wakey, wakey. So, do you remember what we were talking about just a few moments ago?
Mm-hmm.
You remember what you said?
About you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you feel stupid?
A little bit.
Doug, you've got some interesting fantasies.
Really?
You know that? You really do.
Yeah, I guess
The
so.
first woman you said that you ever made love to was, the first person popped in your mind was Robin. That's
What's
interesting.
that all about?
I don't know.
And Tori Spelling.
Towards, yeah.
And you want to be a heart surgeon, man. Isn't that weird?
Yeah, it is weird. I don't know where that came from.
I don't know.
Please.
How about the fact that you invented Windows 95?
And
Did I?
3 surgeries
Oh, yeah, I
already
did.
this morning.
Right.
Windows 95? Yeah.
yeah. All right. Let's thank Doug for coming in from E.
you very much, Doug.
I'm going to take a little break. We have Paul McKenna here, the world's funniest hypnotist, airing tomorrow night on ABC at 8 p.m. Eastern. Also, his audio tapes, Success for Life, are available by calling 888, the number 2, and then the word trance, Trance. And these tapes help you sleep and help you...
Well, what they do is they install happiness in you, so you walk around feeling really good for no particular reason.
I haven't had
Yeah,
that
you think
since I
you
was
had
2.
sex with me.
Yeah. Doug, you feel good? I see you yawning a little.
I'm tired.
Now you're tired a
Yeah.
little bit. Does that leave you tired a little bit?
Well, just feel like I just woke up and I just feel real.
I bet you thought you were never hypnotizable before, but now I guess you know you are.
I was hypnotized in college.
Oh, you were?
Yeah.
I see.
Similar
So you
stuff,
walk around in
pretty
a
wild
trance all the
stuff.
time.
Yeah, you haven't come out of your trance. What is it?
You know, Doug wasn't even one of our original victims. He was holding the camera and he almost fell asleep.
Oh, while he was watching.
You're kidding.
Wow.
At the beginning of when he started doing the first
He said,
group.
hey, wait a second. We got a winner here. All right,
these other guys.
let's take a little break. I want to meet some of our interns. We got a couple of the women who are interns were hypnotized into some strange stories, and we'll do that right when we come back.
right.
Thanks, Doug.
Eyes open, wide awake, wakey, rise and shine.
Well, we're lucky to have a celebrity with us today, and why don't you announce who you are?
I'm Robin Quivers.
Right, and you, Robin Quivers, of course,
Wait
works
a
for
minute.
me.
I'm Robin Quivers.
No, this is why I've been meaning to come on the show, because I'm Robin Quivers, and for years she has been trying to act like she is me on the air with Howard Stern, and it's been upsetting me, and I've been calling and calling.
Where have I been hiding you?
I've been hiding. I haven't been hiding. You have been putting me away in an apartment in the city.
Right.
And
I believe it.
I'm there every day, and I have one phone line, and I try to call every day, and the interns won't let me through.
Because I'm here.
and they say, oh, you're going to upset everybody, Gary's not available, blah, blah, blah. And so for years, I've been trying to get through, so I'm happy today to finally be here.
Now, Robin,
how can you prove that you're me?
I just want everyone to know that I'm Robin Quivers.
Robin Quivers, let me say something to you. And I mean Robin Quivers is Robin Quivers in this room, because I've got to get to the bottom of this.
Yeah.
I, as Howard Stern, am very, very confused as to who the real Robin Quivers are.
Right.
What you are claiming, Robin, is that you were the original partner with me.
No, that's not what I'm claiming.
What are you claiming?
I'm claiming that I was a news person on the radio.
Go ahead.
And then this person came along and said, I'm Robin Quivers, to Howard Stern. And so Howard Stern brought her along on the team when me, the real Robin Quivers, was left.
Behind.
Yeah.
So you never worked with Howard?
No, I've never worked with Howard.
I just stole your identity.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Now...
Because I was a good news person, so she used my name.
And used your tape.
Yeah.
I see. So you had a tape, as the original tape that I heard in Washington, D.C. of Robin
you?
Quivers was you.
Yes. Yes.
So you wanted to work
And then
with
you
her.
didn't remember my voice very well. So
You
when
have
she
similar
came
voices.
when she came on, you just said, oh, yeah, I remember your tape.
You want to know the truth?
And it was really my voice.
The truth is, I listened to the tape very little, and I went, it's a good tape. Let me talk with her on the phone. That's when the switch must have been made.
Wait
Yeah.
a minute.
When I spoke,
Did
you
you
never
talk
spoke to me
him on the phone?
Were you the woman who spoke to me on
I
the phone?
talked to him on the phone.
So you
yes.
were the woman I fell in love with and said I have to work with.
And then Robin Quivers came in for the meeting because she found out where the first meeting was.
I see. You're the one.
And she had somebody come and sidetrack me, and she came in for the meeting.
My God. My
Now,
God.
how
Now,
can
how
you
do
prove
you
you're Robin Quivers?
how do you respond to these charges, Robin
I
Imposter?
have been here all this time, haven't
You've
I?
been doing a great job, but maybe
Thank
this
you.
was the woman that I really wanted.
Yeah, I'm the one that was supposed to be here in the first place.
Why didn't you ever tell me? Were they really
I've
keeping...
been, that's what I'm saying, Howard.
How
I've been
could
trying
I
to
have
call
kept you
for,
locked up all
for
that time?
years. It's
How old
been
are you?
very hard for me.
How old are you?
I'm 32.
You're 32. So, in other words,
You
I met
started
Robin...
working with him in your teens?
Yes. Well, she was a newscaster in her teens.
Yeah,
Yes.
I started back then.
Right. Well, all I can say is, you seem very upset. You seem like you're going to cry about this.
Well, I'm a little mad, yeah. But I'm glad
Because-
to finally be here and let everybody know
Well, what do
that
you
I'm
want
the
to
real
happen
one.
now?
What is your fantasy?
I'm going to be a news person on the radio, and I'll show all of you.
Right.
Do you want this job?
No, I don't want this job anymore. No.
You don't. You did want it for a while, though, because it
I-
really was your job. You
Yeah,
got hired.
Yeah, it was me. That
Wow.
Was, yeah.
First of
All
all,
right, I know
now
how
I'm,
I can-
I'm
I
saying
wanna-
forget about it.
I want to first of all apologize to you because, first of all, I had nothing to do with this. I was scammed just as much as
Right,
you were.
I know. It's Robin. I
Who
mean,
did
not
it?
even her. She's
Whoever
not even
she.
Robin.
What is your? What do you?
What
What do you
is my real
suspect?
name?
What is her real name?
I don't know. I don't know.
Gertrude or Ophelia or something.
know.
And she's the
What
one.
is your middle name?
My middle name? That's none of your business.
And she doesn't owe you an explanation either. If in fact what you are saying is even 1/10 true, you deserve reparations.
I should probably sue her.
Right.
Yeah.
You're right.
How can you prove that you're me?
Because you're not me. It's you trying to prove that you're me. That's
Right.
the issue.
But
here.
everybody knows I'm me.
Well, we'll see about that.
Well, now I'm starting to
talking-
question.
I'm talking to a lawyer right now,
All right.
and then we'll figure it out.
Yeah, but have you seen
Ooh.
there are bunches of pictures around here. They say Robin Quivers, and they have my.
You know why
face
this
on
woman
them.
is resentful? You know why the real Robin Quivers is resentful?
What?
Because you've gotten to write books.
Yes.
You have enjoyed tremendous monetary success.
Yes.
All as a result of
As a result of my work.
well, also of being
'Cause
on my
I did
side.
the
There was an
work.
opportunity that she
Okay,
would have
but
had.
Okay,
the
so she
work,
did a
right?
good job once she got there. But
Right.
who's to say that the real Robin Quivers wouldn't have done a better job?
Yeah,
If I had
exactly.
gotten
I might have been even more successful and more mainstream.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Right.
Excuse me. Would you like an opportunity to work with him now?
No, I just said forget about it.
Let's see our chemistry.
Yeah. Why don't you just talk to him now? See if you guys click.
Bring up a news topic and let's see how we work together.
Okay, Howard.
Anything.
Well, I don't want to say the story like she would say it because
Do it your way.
Then it's going to sound like I'm
Right.
copying her.
No, do your own thing.
She's really copying me.
Right, go ahead.
Oh, so I do it your way,
Right.
and now you can't do it.
Don't get defensive.
No.
You've been exposed, my dear.
Yeah, everybody knows.
And I'm going to find out who you really are. And how is it that she got you in that apartment and locked you away in there?
There's security guards at every door and window.
Really?
Uh-huh.
And she keeps you locked in
And
there?
I have like a TV and radio.
Right, so it's
I'm nice
and
to you.
stereo.
It's a nice prison cell,
And
but it's a prison cell
and
nevertheless.
I have good food.
Right.
So,
I'm pretty good to you then.
well,
Hey, you
yeah,
want-
except I've been locked up.
One lucky thing, my darling, the real Robin Quivers, you at least didn't have to work with Fred all these years, like the phony imposter
Yeah,
did.
I don't know what it's like to work with Fred because
You never met him.
I never got there.
Do you want to try? I would just love to hear what we would have sounded like together if you would grace me with just bringing up a news story or anything in the news or anything topical would be great. Or anything that
Okay.
maybe bring up something about your sex life. Not your sex life. What you,
Yeah, will you be
the
willing
Olympics.
to-
Well,
tell
I've
the
been
stuff?
locked up in the apartment.
Right, the Olympics. Anything you want to talk about?
Why don't we talk about the bombing at the Olympics?
Good. Okay.
I've been watching the news.
Yes.
Because I watch TV all day.
Yes, Robin. Right.
And I noticed that they are accusing the security guard of bombing the Centennial Park
Yes.
at the Olympics.
Right.
And that the FBI is going in his house and they're looking through all of his things.
Right.
And then we were saying, well, what if he really didn't do it and now he has no life?
His life is ruined.
Who is this we?
We, the media.
Me and my friends that I can only talk to on the phone because I'm locked in my apartment.
Hey, by the way, don't try to interrupt her.
I'm
This is the
taking
first
her
chance she's
story
getting.
because
Me,
all of a
finally.
sudden she's got a we. You know, she's been locked.
Well, why she doesn't critique you? Why are you critiquing her?
Yeah.
Yeah. All of a sudden, you stole her whole gig, and now you're critiquing her. That's a real insult.
Back off, all right?
Right. So,
Well, she can be as bitchy as Robbie.
you know what I think you're saying? You know, we're doing pretty good here because what you're saying is even this guy who is a suspected bomber has a better life than you being locked in an apartment.
You know what, Howard? That is probably true.
Right. Well, we work good together.
Yeah.
You are the woman I spoke to on the phone.
Thank you, everyone.
Well,
So,
well,
you
I
all
am going to
know
look
now
into this,
who I am.
and I want to thank you, the real Robin Quivers.
Thank you.
And you are not going back to that apartment, I hope.
No, I think now that I've gotten the word out to the public, maybe I'll finally be able to see my boyfriend after all these years. Maybe I'll
think he's still
be able
waiting
to
for
move
you?
out of the apartment.
I hate to break it to you, but this phony has been dating your boyfriend and took him away.
And he didn't
All right.
seem to have a
All
problem.
right, what?
I don't want to discuss this. I'm going to get a little upset about it. Maybe we should wait until after this is off the air.
Right.
Just take up that subject area.
About the boyfriend?
Yeah.
Yeah, she even moved in on your boyfriend.
Well,
Nice.
I'm going to have to talk
know
to
what?
him about that, too.
He
Right.
didn't seem to notice a difference.
Oh, really? Yeah. I bet.
I bet you're a lot better in bed than this imposter.
Wow, who knows?
Yeah.
He does.
All right. I want to thank the real Robin Quivers for coming. This is the most shocking news I've ever
I
heard.
think someone should
I
call
know.
the police if this has happened because I would.
Oh, don't be
that
so
would
fast. We will.
She's trying to call the
And-
police now.
Yeah, like she's
Be on
trying to
my
treat.
side.
No, she's trying to treat you like a joke.
Oh, okay.
Oh, good.
Haha, I'm not laughing anymore.
This theme music, whose music is that really? Yours, right?
Well, it's hers, but it should have been mine.
Right. That's right. I like you. All right.
I like you too, Howard, and I'm sorry that we'll never get to work together again.
You don't know about that. We might.
Well, what if I go to jail?
You're
You'll
in.
need a news person.
Yeah, you can call me maybe.
Yep. Do you ride horses like this, Robin, or you're not interested in horseback riding?
No, I don't like horseback riding.
Right. Okay.
See, obviously she's not Robin Quivers.
Well, she is, but you're not. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Sleep. Now,
How
do,
great.
do you want me to get her to be Kathy Lee now? Like
Yes.
it was?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
all
Yeah.
right.
Why not?
So when you wake
Oh,
up
well,
this
you better
time,
protect yourself. Kathy Lee might
once
attack.
again, you're going to be one of the world's greatest liars, completely unable to tell the truth. But this time you're going to think you are Kathy Lee Gifford. Eyes open wide awake, wakey, wakey, eyes
This is the
open
first time ever that Kathy Lee Gifford has come in the studio. We've been at war for years. I want to first of all say how brave you are for coming in, Kathy Lee.
Thank you, Howard. I thought it was about time that we cleared the air and maybe just sat down one-on-one and talked through some of these problems that we've been having for all of these years.
All right. First of all, let me say something nice here. I only made fun of you because I wanted to have you sexually. I thought that you were a very attractive woman, Kathy Lee.
I understand that, but at the same time, you have to understand that as you're a married man,
Right.
I am a married woman.
Right.
And my husband does not appreciate those comments.
Frank Gifford.
He's an older man.
Right.
You're going to upset him.
Right.
Upset his heart.
Right.
Who knows?
Right. Well, let me say something here, first of all. I think you knew about the sweatshops deep down inside. I think you knew.
You don't care.
Yeah, I think you knew. Be honest. I think you knew that you could not possibly sell those clothes so cheap unless there were sweatshops involved.
Howard, now that we're sitting down together and being honest with each other, I have to admit something.
Go ahead.
That I have not admitted yet to the press.
Thank you.
The reason why we had the sweatshops and we had to sell the clothing so inexpensively is because I originally was trying to have a contract with a big department store.
Right.
Like Macy's or a larger
Not
brand name
Walmart.
store.
Right.
And none of them would take me.
Right.
So I had to go to Walmart and I had to produce the clothing because at that point I couldn't go back on my word and say, oh, by the way, I'm not going to have a clothing line because
Right.
I already
It
planned
would have looked
on
bad.
it. Right. And so what was I to do? We couldn't afford to make the clothes at Walmart prices.
So you
So
knew.
we had.
So you did know.
I had a feeling that they were up to something.
But you didn't want to.
I didn't know in particular that it was a sweatshop.
By the way, I never came down on you for it. It was Robin who did. Just so you
Wait
know.
a minute.
Well,
Howard,
Robin-
you've heard all
Let's
of
say,
those
go
things
ahead,
he
tell her.
said.
Robin is a nice woman,
Thank you.
and I don't think she would say bad things about me.
Or be-
I think under the pressure of having you in the studio
Yes.
and being on your show, she might giggle.
All right, let me
when
say
you
something.
said something.
Kathy Lee, you're gracious for coming in here
I
today.
think she's very
Thank
gracious.
you. I'm
But let me ask you
I'm
something.
glad I did.
Is it fun having sex with a fossil?
Howard. You know, everyone is sick and tired of these jokes.
Who is?
You, she, and
Who else?
Frank,
Frank.
Regis.
Regis is sick and tired of it?
upset about it because I go to work, I'm upset, I'm in a bad mood, I fluster him, we don't have good chemistry when we're talking in the beginning of the show,
Right.
and it's all because I'm so upset about these jokes.
And what about Cody and Cassidy? Don't you think it's wrong that you put them on TV and expose them to all of this?
They had a choice whether or not they wanted to go on TV.
What do you mean?
I have been talking
They're only
about
little kids.
I've been talking about TV appearances with them since before they could even talk.
Really?
So
In the womb?
Right.
they understand what I'm talking about, and
Yes.
they know they have a choice.
Kathy
And-
Lee, let's
know.
put it behind us. All right, let me ask you then to do this. Would you
Okay.
sing a song for us? One of your Kathy Lee Gifford trademark songs, a Christmas song or
Maybe
something?
the cruise
Just a
line.
little bit. Cruise line, the Carnival Cruise.
Okay,
All
okay. If they could see me now.
Yes,
in the
if
Carnival
you don't
Cruise.
mind. Yes, everyone loves how you sing.
Okay. You know, Howard, they always have the words in front of me
Oh,
when I'm doing the
you have a cue
commercials.
card? If they could
But-
see me now, those friends of mine.
Okay.
All right.
If they could see me now, those little friends of mine. I'm on a Carnival cruise ship with Regis, and I don't have the
All right.
words.
Well, if you had the words. I'm
Well,
sorry.
that
All
was
right.
very sweet
Kathy
of her
Lee,
to favor us with a song.
you are an amazing talent. You really are. All right. Thank you, Kathy Lee, for coming in today. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Howard.
Thank you.
Sleep.
Now, come on. Isn't that amazing? Come on. Give a big
He's
round of
an
applause to
incredible
Paul
liar,
McKenna.
too.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That is incredible, Paul McKenna.
Jim Colby, a conservative Republican from Arizona, came out of the closet yesterday.
Oh,
He acknowledges that he's homosexual.
a lot of these conservatives are gay. They just don't want to admit it. That's their cover.
Colby had been threatened with an outing by a gay activist after voting 3 weeks ago for a bill denying federal recognition of same-sex marriages. So here was a gay guy voting against same-sex marriages,
Interesting.
and the gay said, "That's it. We're outing you."
Wow.
So he had to come out on his own. He's seeking re-election.
Homo says what?
What? Yeah.
Colby came out with a statement in his Southern Arizona district yesterday. He said he wanted to reassure his constituents
Oh, my.
that his sexual orientation will in no way conflict with his ability to represent them in Washington.
That's good.
Homo says what?
All right. Victor, you're on the air. Hi.
Hey, how's it going?
All right, man. Can you turn on your radio, Victor?
Yeah, hold on a second.
Oh, boy. One of us has been drinking, and I don't think it's me. Saturday night, I couldn't make that claim, but...
Oh, boy, here we go again.
All right.
That was pretty high. Hey, man, how you doing, Victor?
Drunk.
You drunk? Sounds like you might be on something a little stronger.
Yeah, booze did this to you?
For me.
What'd you say, my brother?
Hey, Robin, how's it going?
It's amazing this guy was able to phone work his
how
phone.
do you make
I could push the button.
Yeah. So what'd you drink last night? Marijuana?
Marijuana. That's all vodka.
Vodka?
Vodka. Everybody's into the vodka. They don't want you to smell it on them.
I hit the grain alcohol Saturday night.
Wouldn't you want them to smell the alcohol if you got this messed up so
Yeah.
they know it was booze?
Do you drink vodka because you like it, or you don't want people to smell the booze on your breath?
You got it.
Right. What do you? And someone tells me you're an air traffic controller.
Computer analyst.
Oh, computer
analyst.
Imagine that. Now, why would you be so drunk this time in the morning? Don't you have to get to work?
No, not I work at night.
Oh, I see. A computer analyst who works at night?
That's when the computers work. They don't work during the day.
Oh, man. I got to get as drunk as you.
Only real people that go to work have them during the day. And look, what I want to tell you was that, I'm up in the Richmond story. What you got, baby?
Yeah.
And
where are you calling from? Where are you calling
from? D.C.
Oh, D.C., yeah.
Yeah, but my peoples are all from Richmond. Yeah.
Your peoples are from there?
My peoples, yeah. You're one of the brothers, man.
Yeah, I'm a brother. I'm down with that. There's a black man. There's a black man who drinks to forget.
Yes, forget what?
To forget that he's black.
Forget that
His family?
Forget that I'm supposed to sound white.
I forget that the white man has been subjugating the black man to 40 million years of...
When I'm at work,
He's getting work.
I have to talk the talk and walk the walk.
Yeah, I hear you. You got to play the white man. He's saying that. I understand what my brother's saying.
He's got black rage?
Well, he's saying yes. When he is out in the white world, he has to play by the white man's rules. But when he goes home, God damn it, he's going to play by the black man's rules.
And so he gets drunk?
And they get drunk.
If you live in a black community.
Yeah, damn right. I live there, brother. I know what you're talking about. Robin don't know.
I'm a high yellow. So
she grew up with the white Jew.
He's high yellow, he just said. I'm
high
catching
yellow.
bits and pieces.
What are you, high yellow?
Yeah, I'm high yellow. You know what that means. Right?
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, so that means that I got to...
You have to be extra black.
Yeah.
I got to try extra.
Yes.
Anyway, now...
Well, you fitting in, man. You playing... As far as I can see, I don't mean to...
What I wanted to tell you about was that, in Richmond, those guys down there run that little panty grocery store, and they gonna sit there and and judge you on your merit.
Well,
and you up in New York and Washington. Now I listened to you since you've been in Washington. You know, when you was in Washington a long time ago, when y'all DC 101 or whatever.
Yeah. Now, what is your point, brother?
No, my point is that you got more daggone sponsors than any of these radio stations.
How much more of this can I take?
How come he got so smart on booze?
How do you know so much? Listen to this guy.
Down here, I mean, they sit
Why
there
does booze make you want to talk?
Why am I so fascinated with drunk people?
Down there, gonna sit there and say,
I'm getting drunk.
They can. Really,
I've never been this high.
Believe me, that really pisses me off. I'm sorry, but.
Why did he call the U-Crop boys? Why
is he calling me?
The
other ones are pissed him off.
I listened to you a long time.
This guy's made no point whatsoever. He kind of sounds like he has something to say, but he really doesn't.
Yeah, it sounds like a lot of deep thought with it.
Yeah. And you know what? He might have something to say, but the alcohol isn't letting it out.
He's definitely impaired.
Yeah. I'll get rid of the guy, okay? I think I've had enough of this guy.
I'm getting drunk.
And he has no idea that we're not.
Contact drunk I'm getting.
He thinks we're listening to him.
Everybody knows that, and everybody's jealous of that.
Well, you got a point there, my brother.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I gotta get my white voice on.
Get your white voice going.
Now, the main thing is, it really is true.
Listen, man, the black man has been taught in certain respects to bow to the white man. But you have shown me that you are free thinker. You see what I'm saying?
You're so full of bull.
No, I ain't full of bull.
Yeah, I call you
I understand what you're saying.
I'm full of bull alone.
All right, my brother. I got to go. Peace in the Middle East.
You work it out,
brother.
Robin, Robin.
Hey.
Robin.
Yes.
You know.
You got it going on, girl.
Right.
Thank you very much.
You definitely got it going on. How much vodka would you say you drank?
Huh?
How much vodka would you say you drank to get into this condition?
Oh, I think about, we did probably about a half a gallon.
Wow.
A half a gallon before 6 o'clock last night. I got it.
Do you drink like this all the time?
Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, usually it's like, every Friday and Saturday.
Are you a big man that you can handle?
About 6'6".
6'6", yes.
6'6",
Yes, indeed.
210.
230.
Only thing that happens is my ulcer just kicks in every now and then.
Well, what you got to do is use the Malax when you drink the
Right,
vodka.
vodka mixed with me.
Yeah, and that'll coat the stomach. You understand?
Say that again?
You need a Malax chaser.
Oh, man.
You understand? All right, man.
No.
Peace.
Hey.
Right?
Easy out, sir.
Easy out, my brother.
All right.
All right, refugee. It's a refugee. Yeah, that's a whole nother thing. It's a whole nother black thing going on.
Just shout out words.
The words with the refugees. That's where we're down with the refugees. All right, so it's a whole thing going on. Man, 6'6" black man full of vodka at 6 a.m. White people. Attention, white people. Stay home. Stay in your homes. Lock up your daughters.
There's a high yellow drunk black man.
High yellow, on alert in the Washington, D.C. area. 6'6". Identifies himself as Victor. This man is extremely dangerous. He has consumed a half a gallon of vodka.
And his ulcer is acting.
Yeah, and his ulcer is acting up. Attention, white people. Attention, white people. He can fool you with his white voice, but I assure you he is black. Thank you. I got to take a break here, Robin. I'll be back right after these words. That fat jackass, friggin' scumbag, rat bastard, jap bastard, rat jap bastard. I bet you there's some black guys you like, though. There's got to be a couple of black guys you like.
Yeah, they stayed in Africa.
Oh, I see. Hey, wait, there's a guy on the phone. He's all angry. He's an ex-Black Panther. He wants to yell at you. Hold on. Well, Daniel will talk
There
to
ain't
him.
no such thing as Black Panther.
Hold on.
They died.
Is this Abdul?
Yes, it is.
Abdul, you say that, what do you want to say to Daniel?
I want to tell Daniel he ain't nothing but a white boy hiding behind a sheet.
Why don't you lower your radio? We can't hear you.
I want to tell him he ain't nothing but a white boy hiding behind a sheet. And if he is to come
Yeah,
down
tell that
a week,
nigger I'm hid real good with all them signs in my yard.
That white boy ain't
Been on every TV program they are. Yeah, I'm really hid.
The Crips can take them boys over. Clans, don't nobody fear no clans.
Well, he says that he's not hiding behind a sheet, that he actually has signs in front of his house pointing out where he lives.
Yeah, tell him, well, the signs is out there in the country. Tell him to come close to the city with them signs.
No, I'm right
and
on the main
we'll take that
highway.
sign and stick it up his butt.
Well, he's
I was right on the main highway. Plus that, I've been on every TV talk show there is.
Daniel, you ain't nothing but a chump, man. You're a sissy.
Well, what can I say? You
can...
Yeah, but I'm white. You a nigger. You can't
Your mammy a
change that.
nigger. Your mama was a nigger, and I know 'cause I had her.
I know it.
And your sister loved niggers.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
well,
that's right.
I guess you two just disagree.
And Daniel, if I ever see you in the street, I'm gonna knock you out, man.
Violence.
I'm gonna knock you out.
Violence.
There ain't
That guy's
violence.
your nigger.
Your mammy a nigger, punk.
Tell the world what you do, nigger.
I'll tell your mammy what she'll do.
Huh?
She's
Go
a
ahead and
nigger.
tell everybody what niggers will do.
Yeah, well, Daniel, I'll tell you what. If you ever call me a nigger, I'm gonna knock you straight out.
You is a nigger.
Yeah, your mammy a nigger.
Right.
Why would I call you anything else? A rose
Because you
by
know
any
what,
other
Daniel?
name is still a rose.
You know
a nigger
what?
by any other name
You's
still
one of them
stinks.
what they call poor white trash boys who can't get nothing. You dumb, you uneducated. You probably dropped out in the third grade and you probably sleep with dogs.
You know, I figured you guys would get into your mama jokes about 2 seconds in, and I was right. I had a bet going.
Right.
Yeah.
That's all a nigga knows.
Well, both.
Daniel, you seem to be pretty good at it, too.
I tell you what, I like to put a white sheet on you and send you into one of them crack houses.
Why would you want to do that?
They had that boy for dinner.
I see.
Yeah, we got that man Cracker beating you upside the head, so shut up, nigga.
I tell you what, you ever see this nigga? If I ever see you, Danny, I got a award out for you right now, dead or alive. You don't know it.
Well, you say, Abdul, you
But
were...
you ever come off that farm, your plow gonna be picked clean, boy.
So, Abdul, you're saying you were a Black Panther, huh?
I was with the Black Panthers back in 1968.
All Black Panthers
we're getting the Panthers back up again.
From what I read about the Panthers, all they ever done is kill polices.
Yeah, and we would have killed you if we would have found you.
I know it.
Would have put out. I'd got a 9mm. I like to stick it straight up and empty it. You don't want to mess with me, boy.
No, I know it.
You don't want to meet me in the alley. You don't even want to meet me on the street.
That's why you should be in a cage.
You better keep them signs. You better stay hidden.
That's why you ought to be in a cage.
Yeah, I like to be in there with you, Daniel. You be a Maytag fag when you come out of there.
I love listening to you. I can listen to you guys all day.
Maytag faggot. And that's all you is, Daniel.
What is that,
huh?
And I tell you what.
Won't you go back to Africa where you can live
in peace? There's one nigga you don't want to mess with, boy. You better go mess with
Go home, nigger.
Yeah, I'm at home.
You
come here, Daniel. I'll come there. I'll come in your backyard.
Yeah, uh-huh.
Hey, you know what you ought to do?
Butt.
Next time, like, Daniel comes up.
Daniel know where to stay. Daniel knows. The airwaves is your best waves, Daniel. Because if you ever step in the streets of New York or anywhere, and I'm knocking you
all
out.
Over New York, nigger.
Yeah, your mammy is a southern nigger.
What you do, nigger?
And your grandmama's a nigger, too.
What you do, sell me some dope?
Yeah, I'm going to shoot you up with some dope. I ain't going to sell you now. I'm going to shoot you up, boy. When I get through, you're going to be running with niggas.
Okay.
That's right.
Well,
niggas going to be your best friend.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Well, I got to tell you.
Monkeys, I can visit them in the zoo, huh?
Uh-huh. Yeah, Daniel. I want you bad, man. I'm standing here now.
You don't want me bad enough to come down here
I got my 9mm. I'm locked and loaded.
You don't want me bad enough to come down here after me, though, do you?
Daniel, I was down there, punk. You didn't come out your farm.
Huh?
I'm the one who was standing outside your gate.
Yeah. With signs in the papers and magazines.
I'm the nigga all black with a black ham and black boots.
Show you the way.
Standing outside your gate, Daniel.
You ought to brought a white man.
Daniel, you don't shake no leaves on this tree. This ain't 1950. This is 1996. And I tell you what, brothers is loaded, and we ready. So anytime one of you punk clans want to come down in the hood and talk this silly mess, I tell you what, when them shells get through coming at you, you going to run past that little farmhouse you got out there.
You're just going to get me.
You better go sleep with your sheep and leave me alone.
Get me, going to get all white people.
You better go sleep with your sheep. That's what you better do. You better off sleeping with a sheep, Daniel.
Well, there's nothing better than listening to two guys argue.
Yeah, let him go poke a needle in his arm.
Punk-ass hillbilly, redneck.
Go poke a needle in your arm, nigger.
You redneck dog. You bring your butt on off that farm and talk that crap.
Abdul, what do you do for a living? You seem like a pretty bright guy.
Drugs.
Yeah, Daniel. I sell them right to your mama.
You don't sell drugs?
No, I don't sell drugs.
On the corner.
I don't sell
What do you
drugs.
do?
Daniel, I got more sense than one toe that you got in your whole brain, boy.
Abdul, what do you do?
Showed us.
Right now, I train. Well, I don't train, but more or less, I'm a community leader.
Yeah, uh-huh.
Yeah.
You're a welfare.
And I deal with the young blacks, and I let them know there's white boys out here who ain't got a chance to get them. They're just as smart as they is. See, Daniel is ignorant.
Right.
Daniel is the kind of white boy that you got out there. Ain't got no education, ain't got no job, and he blaming it on us.
I see.
Well, it ain't about us, Daniel.
That's all right. They
we can deal with what we got to
and you'll
deal
starve
with.
to death.
See what it was when you was little. Your mama told you about niggas, and your daddy told you about niggas. You grew up.
Well, let's agree that.
Scared of us, Daniel.
Let's agree that.
5 years they're gonna cut out
scared of us, Daniel.
Let's agree that you two disagree.
I want to meet Daniel.
No, you don't.
In front of your business house.
When would you like to do that?
And I stomped the living daylights out of him.
violent. That's illegal, nigger.
Yeah, it'll be illegal. This one nigga you don't want to. Daniel, you know what? That's the only word you know. But
what about I put you two in a movie?
Yeah, let's get in your movie out. Let us be the end of the movie.
That's a good ending to the movie.
That'll be a good ending.
You were wondering how to end.
I was looking for an end to the movie. I just get you two guys.
It'd be a good ending.
We'll call the movie Armageddon. Let you two guys kick each other's ass.
I'm 260 pounds. I'm in shape.
Are
I
you?
lift weights every day.
Yeah, well, Daniel's a pretty tough guy himself.
So, Daniel.
I don't know.
No, I ain't tough.
And I
I'm
beat
smarter than that
you,
nigger.
your mama, your brother, your daddy, your uncle, your nephew. I'll run through your family. And when I get through...
Would you guys be nude in the movie and battle to the death? Like
I'll knock him out with this.
Two nude gladiators. With your Woody?
I'll knock him out with my Woody. You don't want me, Daniel.
All right.
I don't want you.
No, you don't want no prize from me. This one nigga you don't
All right.
mess with.
All right.
If it wasn't for the smell, I could whoop you.
And I tell you what, Daniel, after I get through, you'll be my hoe.
You would make him your bitch?
Around with your backhand in my back pocket. And I'll trade you off for a pack of cigarettes until I get ready.
You're saying that you would whoop Daniel so bad that you would make him your girlfriend?
Hey, Al, when I get through him, it'll be a Maytag fag. He don't want no parts of me. This one, he get on the airwaves. See, this is his protection.
Well, one thing about Daniel is Daniel does go everywhere.
No store with blacks. Daniel is a coward.
I'd hate to tell you this, but I know that Daniel walks the streets of New York.
He does. Daniel does. He takes it up with everyone. I've seen him do it.
When they do, he have on a business suit.
Well, whatever.
Nobody's walking around with sheets.
One thing about Daniel, he doesn't hide his beliefs.
Daniel, I would believe me.
Yeah.
This is a white boy who's scared of check out on you.
Making no sense, no how.
You better watch your back.
Right.
I'm gonna get OJ. I'm gonna recruit OJ to go and get your wife. That's what I do. I know how to get to you. OJ can bump your wife off.
Okay.
She probably a hillbilly.
Okay, yesterday you was hollering he wasn't guilty.
What?
What?
What you say,
Dan? OJ didn't do it.
He didn't.
He didn't. Now he did. Okay. You dumb nigger. Hang up on him, Howard.
You remind me of dumb nigger.
All right, you two, hold on. So, Daniel, you're saying that you had your racist signs on the front lawn, but you did take them down because you
were trying to rent the place.
Right. I
you didn't
moved
take
out
them.
of this. I moved out of this town. I moved up in the mountains on the farm.
You didn't take your signs down because of the pressure.
No.
That's what you're saying. All right. That's what I was trying to get to the bottom of.
Well, is that what they say in the article? That he was pressured into taking his signs down?
Well, it just indicates that the signs were now taken down, so I was wondering what the hell happened. It says...
You thought Daniel had a change of heart?
See, I learned that Carver had first erected the signs about 5 years ago, and that over the years, residents did in fact complain, calling and writing to community leaders, demanding that Carver remove his display. He refused even after county officials met to propose an ordinance that would restrict property owners' rights to post signs. In fact, because they wanted to restrict a property owner from hanging signs, Daniel came to the meeting at which Daniel protested in full Klan regalia.
Really?
You wore your white uniform.
I wasn't hid, was I?
No.
Never have hid. Wear that suit everywhere I go.
You like that suit?
I like that suit. I love that suit.
You look good in that suit.
That's right. Look good in that suit.
Matches your eyes.
Yeah.
All right.
Matches my skin. It's white.
You're pink, Daniel. That's not the... You're not white.
We've seen you. You're not that white, Daniel.
I'm about as white as you can get.
Boy, that black guy was coming down pretty tough on you, man. You better be careful. I'll tell you something.
He's just waking people up for me, though. See, when they get on there and show us how violent they are and savage, it makes other people scared of them, too.
Says he's going to put you in a dress, make you his bitch.
I know it.
All right.
When he does it, call him back and let him tell you about it.
Do you ever go to the beach and get nervous that you're going to get tan?
No.
Too tan.
Too tan?
I get a little tan, I'd still be white.
Imagine like Daniel woke up from a day at the beach and he was black.
Yeah, that's a Twilight Zone episode.
Twilight Zone. All right, Daniel, thanks for clearing it up.
Okay.
And good luck with all of your activities, I guess.
Good luck with your hatred.
Good luck with your hatred. And let's see what happens.
All right,
we'll be speaking to you. That's Daniel Carver of the Ku Klux Klan. Thank you, Daniel.
All right, bye.
All right.
Keep that money coming.
Happy hating.
Have you been secretly supporting him?
Of course not. Daniel, stop saying that. All right, goodbye, Daniel.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Please. First guy he'd wipe out is me. So,
do you think people are really sending him contributions?
yeah, that's cruel. That is really weird. Well, anyway, there you have it. It's always good to hear a good fight on a Monday morning.
Boy.
I love it. I could actually...
Can we take that off and replay it?
If I didn't have to sit and worry about what other people want to hear, I would let that go all morning.
But we can replay it. That was
over and over.
Funny.
I could put it to music. Put it on the soundtrack to my movie. I would like to put out a tape of them nude wrestling, those
point
two guys.
Counterpoint.
Point counterpointless.
Your mama.
Your mama. 2 seconds in, your mama. Well, yeah, that's why your mama should go back to Africa. No, your mama should go to Africa. I had your mama. I'm going to get done with you. You're going to be in a dress. I got to take a break. We'll be back right after this. I hope you listen to our station all the rest of the day. They're playing some good music. They are playing some good music. I like the music they're playing. Why are you laughing? You think I'm being sarcastic?
I don't. Well, I don't. I've been treated so badly as a listener, except for you, by K-Rock in the past, that it's hard to listen to it now.
Really?
But
we've changed. Come back.
Yeah.
I can never. I still can't believe that the whole Grease Man thing.
All right. What do you want to talk about?
All right. What I want to talk about is I heard they have one of these kids. I think it sounds like they got some teenagers to be DJs now.
Well, no, they got young-sounding guys. They're not necessarily teenagers.
But there is one teenager. Isn't there like a 17-year-old?
Yeah, we do have like a 17-year-old working on the station. I heard he's difficult. Not on our station. I heard he had a reputation. I don't know. We got to get him on the air.
Yeah,
that kid.
There's someone who's, unfortunately, I don't get to listen to you in the morning that much. I watch the E! Show
yes.
these days. But anyway, so I don't know if this is an accepted thing at the station, but I'm listening to the song. Before they played a Ramones song, this kid who sounds like a 15-year-old kid or something, he says something about, that Joey Ramone looks like you, which, 8,000 people have said.
Yeah, right.
And he said that he really feels bad for Joey. And it wasn't even just that he said that, but there was a certain condescending attitude.
One of our jocks said that?
Yes.
About me?
Yes.
What is his name? What time was that?
It was at 7 minutes after 8. I actually checked my clock.
Because I'll just have his ass fired.
It was about 6 minutes.
Screw it. I don't have to put up with that crap. Which one is it? I bet you it's that asswipe who keeps denying that he says stuff about me.
If you can get a tape, it was...
I'll tell you one thing. Yeah. If he's not fired by the end of the week, I'm leaving.
Well,
how's that? I'm not taking
Howard,
any... What did he say?
He said after they played I Want to Be Sedated, and you might maybe have, I don't know if you keep tapes, if the station keeps tapes of this stuff, but after he played I Want to Be Sedated, he said that something about you and Joey Ramone sharing a homely gene, that you were born with the homely gene. And
yeah, well, this is a guy who wants to be fired. I'll tell you why. Because I get attacked by enough people. I don't need guys on my own station who I've been gracious to. Who I know who it is. Mm-hmm. I know which disc jockey it is. I've been gracious in letting this guy work here because he said several things about me on other radio stations before he worked here, but I've been gracious and too nice a guy. And scumbag Howie's back in town. It's time for cleanup. I'm almost done with this movie. So while I'm busy, preoccupied, people try to get in on my fiefdom. You know what I'm saying? They are here as my guests behind this microphone. I share this microphone with these scumbags. And let me tell you, when we move radio stations, I have demanded my own studio because I don't want to breathe the same air as these skunks. These people who aren't even fit to be in the same goddamn business as me. Do you understand that?
Well, Howard, is a long time.
Let me tell you something. Tom, you better listen up, pal. You hire people who are loyal to me in this radio station. You understand that? I don't need any dickwad nobody who spins records like a monkey for a living, sitting and commenting on my appearance. You got that, Tom? You know who this person is. Fire him.
On the air at that time
what?
of the day. What is that person's name?
Who knows? They don't use their real names on this station because everyone's too embarrassed to because they're disc
What is that, the
jockeys.
whipping boy?
Which one is that? The whipping boy?
Howard, I don't understand why
Let me tell you something. I'm not looking for an on-air rivalry at the station.
Rivalry
with a 15-year-old.
Yeah. Listen to me. I'm not looking for people. If you're so, if you're so scary talented, figure out something to say that doesn't involve me. I'm not going to sit here and get into this crap.
The idea that you could have a rivalry with some 15-year-old pipsqueak is ridiculous.
Yeah, but that's what they all try to bait me. And I know the other stations try to bait me and get me riled up. But I got news for you. I'm not going to put up for it on my own radio station. You understand? I don't need the aggravation.
See, Howard,
I don't have to put up with it.
Howard, you might be...
I'm not going to sit here and entertain goddamn New York.
But the thing is, with these DJs they have, you understand the history of radio. And
Let me tell you something.
Let me just tell you one thing. They had the DJs like Dan Ingram and Ron Lundy. These guys were fake, but they were fake in a real way.
Listen to me. Listen to me.
These
listen
kids
to me.
are fake in a phony way.
Listen to me.
Yeah.
As sick as I am of whipping boy, I'm sick of you. You make no sense. They were fake in a real way. Dan Ingram was fake in a real way. If I have to sit and figure out what you're talking about, I'm in big trouble.
Well, it's very simple.
Listen to me. It's real simple. I expect loyalty from the skunks who sit and spin the records after I leave the air, because I got news for you. If it wasn't for me, they wouldn't have their jobs. Now, how do I figure that? I'm the only one on the station that gets ratings. With all their talk, with everything they're doing, with the records they're spinning and the stupid names they give themselves, I'm the one that sits here and pays the bills. Everything that is generated money-wise on this radio station comes from me. Here's the kicker. Not only am I responsible for the morning revenues, but in order to advertise on this station, in order to get on my show, you got to buy time on these other idiot shows that have no ratings. Do you understand? That's the deal. I carry this radio station on my bony, gawky shoulders. I got a lot of responsibility. If I go down, the rest of the station goes down. You hear this, Tom? I got to explain the radio business to Tom.
And everyone else.
That's why I don't need some putz to sit there and tell my audience. When I'm sitting and telling my audience to listen to them, I don't need them telling me how ugly I am. I know how ugly I am. I'm ugly on the inside and the outside, but I don't need anybody pointing it out to me, all right? I know it already. I got a mirror at home. I know exactly what I look like. I look in that, excuse me, I look at that, I look at the inside of, yes, I am. I look at the inside of that mirror. I hate everyone and everything on this goddamn planet, okay? I am as evil as Satan. Now listen to me. I don't need somebody sitting and pointing it out to me. I don't need him. He has done nothing in his career. At his age, I was already the goddamn hottest disc jockey in the country. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
I don't need some wise-ass putz on this station. Tom, get in here and tell me how you're going to solve my problem.
I'd rather hear Kenneth Keith Allen back and Stuttering John than this.
I don't care who they get as long as they're loyal to me.
Stuttering John would be
I don't care as long as they're loyal to me. Shut up with Stuttering John. Who cares? Stuttering John. Stuttering John isn't fit to kiss my tuchus. You understand? All these guys are pimples on my ass. And like pimples, they show up, they get your attention for a second, but you pop them if they irritate you.
How about the crackhead guy?
Ah, come on. Quick pulling my chain.
He'd be better than the kid that insulted you.
You are irritating.
You're an irritating guy. I bet you people hate you in real life. Ah, damn you. Where's Tom? Where's Tom? You know what? Tom's going to have a powwow to figure out what to do. I'm giving you your powwow now, pal. You find people who are loyal. We got guys on at night can't even play the goddamn records we give them to play.
Yeah, but they can talk about you.
And they can talk about me. Figure out what record to play. That's your job. Sitting there spinning discs.
Read that playlist.
Yeah, and thinking up witty things to say. Let me tell you something, Tommy boy, and I'm not joking. If you think I am, take me out in the hall right now, and I'll tell you exactly how I feel about these guys. I don't know whether you know it or not. I don't know what you know. I don't know what's in that pretty head of yours, but I carry this radio station. The day you fire me, I won't carry the radio station. Get some other sucker to carry this radio station. I don't care all the geniuses that work here that make billions of dollars in the stock market. When it comes down to it, the camera's on me. I'm the one that makes it all jump and happen. I'm the goddamn one. I'm the chosen one. No, I'm not joking, Tom. I'm the chosen one.
Tom, do you realize how lucky you are?
No, wait, go ahead. Let him talk. What did you say?
I just
want to be ready to make some more sense.
Did you realize what?
Does Tom have any idea in the world how incredibly lucky he is to be working?
No, Tom is the guy who Tom is the guy who brought the grease man to New York. I think he's funny. You think he's funny? That's what you think is funny?
I called Tom Chiusano when the grease man started. I said, how can you have such contempt for Howard Stern's audience to put this idiot
and you know what? He has tons of contempt.
1 hour to listen to him to know that the grease man sucks and that he has no business on any radio station.
Thank you for saying that.
Why does Tom Chiusano have a job?
I don't know. Tom, what are we doing about this little problem we have? About this loyalty to me?
This is the first I've heard of it.
And is the guy going to... You know what this guy does, this whipping boy? Every time he screws up and says something about me, because I already know what he said about me in the other markets, although Tom came to me and said he never said it. Let me tell you something.
What, did he change his name?
Yeah. But I said, okay, what do I care? The guy's going to be loyal? Okay, we'll put him on the air. I'm not going to ruin some guy's career. But let's ruin a few guys' careers. Why don't we? Why don't we kick a few people in their ass? Why don't we throw some people out of the goddamn radio station when they're not loyal to me?
Tom, who are you loyal to? Are you loyal to Howard?
No, he's loyal to the Grease Man. That's who he's loyal to. You should have seen him. He was running around here like the Grease Man's girlfriend. Oh, God, he's so funny. Now, you're funny too, Howard, but he's so funny. I said, Tom, why don't you go get a lobotomy?
He couldn't have actually said that.
Oh, you should have seen him. He was gushing like a schoolgirl. Ask Robin.
He probably was a Grease Man's girlfriend.
It was embarrassing. And I said, you know what? He's no good. He goes, oh, you just feel that way because he's a competitor of yours. I go, no, Tom, don't you dare be condescending to me.
Come here and say, I was in Washington and I heard the Grease Man. He is so funny.
And Tom was the only one who thought he was funny. Grease Man couldn't even get a rating point. Listen, this ain't about Grease Man. Yeah, I know. You weren't the only one.
You need a colonic in the head.
Yeah. So listen to me. You need a high colonic. You know.
Very high.
Listen to me.
He's your Robin, hook him up.
No, I'm being serious, Tom.
Okay.
It's no joke to me. I'm telling you, man, I've had it with this guy. And here's the deal. I'm carrying...
Will you shut up?
I'm carrying this guy, and he doesn't know it. He doesn't understand that this station couldn't even have this format if I wasn't pulling the numbers I was in the morning.
Nobody's running around doing big articles on the whipping boy.
Yeah, why don't they extrapolate? I get 3,000 articles a day. Why don't you extrapolate my ratings and take them away from the station and then see what the rating is? It's about a 0.4.
Right.
So listen to me. Listen to me.
Better than that, but there's no argument about
Okay, I don't need
the success
disloyalty.
of you.
If this guy wants to point out how ugly I am, and this is what this guy does. Listen to this. He calls up to he goes to Tom, and he says, could you tell Howard I would like to meet with him personally and apologize? I go, no, I'm not meeting with anybody to apologize. Don't apologize to me. When I am the greatest goddamn thing that ever hit radio, that I took the whole medium and elevated it, you come to me, you kiss my feet. Come to me and kiss my feet and wash them like the goddamn Pope does to these Cardinals.
He should quit and let you decide if he comes back.
What is wrong with you, Tom?
I demand... Here's... let me put this Maria on, too. Is this Maria?
Yes.
Yeah, what did you hear?
Okay, a little bit after the time that this guy was talking about...
Oh, what's the matter, Tom? The truth... So should we hide our head in the sands? Is that what you want to do? Why don't you have a powwow meeting with Sam the Milkman and that other woman and sit and decide what you're going to do about this? Call me in when you have your powwow. I'll tell you what I think.
What did this woman hear?
Last night around 8:30, it was around 8:30, I was driving home from work, and I heard him say Howard Stern went down 47 rating points. I don't remember the exact city. I think he said Philadelphia.
Yeah, I'm number one in Philadelphia. Where has he ever been number one?
And then he said, I swear he said this. He said, Howard Stern is just trying to ruin my livelihood, and he's a big, and I don't know if I could say this on the air.
What is it? What did he say? Well, he said
it on the air. With D.
A big douchebag?
No, Dick.
A big dick.
Who said this?
Why don't you fire the guy, Tom? Tom, do you need any more?
He was saying really horrible things about you.
Listen, I get crap all day from the press. I get crap all day from everybody. I don't need guys on my own station that I'm supporting. Give me crap.
I don't know. I don't know what the situation was. He said
the guy's got a problem with me. He's had a problem when they hired him. I told them that.
Somebody called
He's a jealous prick. You understand what a prick is? That's what he is. Listen, I don't have to put up with it. Let him do it on another station. Let him go on another station.
Absolutely. I completely agree with you.
Hey, here's another guy. Here's another guy who heard something. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, what did you hear, Dave?
Yeah, hi. I can't tell you much in detail, but I was passing by in the living room, and I had the radio on a little bit.
Yeah.
And these guys were laughing and joking, and they were saying, F Jackie and F Howard. And
yeah, well, listen to me. Let me tell you something. You could joke right out the door. It's either him out the door or me. I'm telling you, I'm out of here Friday if this guy isn't out of here. That's it. Bottom line. I quit. I don't want to deal with it. You know why I don't want to deal with it? I'll tell you why. Because I don't have to.
Right.
I'm tired of being a nice guy. I was a nice guy and allowing this guy even to work here.
Hey, Tom, why don't you go do a freaking morning zoo or something like that? That's what you were born to do.
Well, why don't we put guys in who want to make fun of the franchise? Let the guy come in here and explain himself to me. I'll fire him to his face. Give me the franchise to fire, okay? Make me general manager for 5 minutes. I'll show no mercy. If you got a problem firing this guy, let me do it, Tom.
Tom, what do you say? Listen, Howard Stern's audience is listening, too. We're pissed off.
Soon I'm going to run announcements. Don't listen to the rest of the station. I'm sitting here promoting the rest of the station and getting all excited about it.
Everybody wants you to support everything here.
Oh,
but,
yeah.
This guy can come
I got to have a team of people. I never heard of a radio station allowing them to sit there and say, F the morning man. The morning man carries a station.
Tom thinks this is a joke, but he doesn't realize, Howard, if you go, he's finished.
Oh, well, Tom doesn't realize a lot about radio. Golf, he knows. Radio, he don't know. You don't know anything about radio, I'm convinced.
One thing I know...
Morning man is your franchise.
One thing I know...
Not whipping boy.
I know I don't need this guy lecturing me on radio.
Oh, yes, you do. This guy knows more than you do, Tom.
Absolutely.
Hey, go put some more oil on your head.
Yeah. Tom is so arrogant that he thinks you don't know as much about him about radio. The problem is, sir, you know more about radio than him. You at least know who to hire.
Kenneth Keith Kallenbach knows more about radio than this guy.
Right.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. Hey, Tom, it's true. It really is true. The truth has to be told. You allow people to walk all over you. Let me tell you a story about Tom.
What is that?
One of the jocks, I don't know which one, broke the format the other night. Was playing his own record. Tom's like, oh, okay, it was a mistake. A mistake. Let him go make a mistake on another station where they break the format. How do you make a mistake? There's 12 records in front of you you're supposed to play.
Everything you're supposed to play is written down.
Yeah, how are you making a mistake? What mistake? Listen, I've been a disc jockey. I've been around the block a few times. There is no such thing as a mistake.
Yeah, is there a little slot on the sheet that says you get to play whatever you want?
No.
Here? No.
No.
Tom,
no mistake.
Tom,
yeah.
Can you tell us one thing ever that the Greaseman said that was funny?
Yeah, quote something that was funny from the Greaseman. What's your favorite?
Funny.
Waggle daggle, gobble giggle. Gobble giggle is funny. He laughs at gobble giggle. Right.
I just couldn't believe it.
You know, Tom, why don't we let all the other jocks pile in here and take their schnapps and wipe it on my face so they could totally disrespect me? All right? Because you know what's the most embarrassing part of this is that the reason that they're allowed to get on the radio and say things off instead of reading it off an Abrams card is because of what I've done in this industry. I've loosened up the whole industry. Suddenly personality is king. I'm a goddamn movie star almost. I don't need this. I don't need it. I'm working 24 hours a day to make sure I do the best radio show for you.
Hey, Tom, what are you going to do next? Bring Soupy Sales in?
Yeah. Oh, Tom approached me on that the other day.
I haven't
He's thinking
how to
of
get
the Soupy
piano
show.
in the
It's
studio.
time to bring Soupy back.
Yeah, Tom thinks that's a dumber idea. Like he thinks, Soupy Sales. What a dumb idea. Greaseman was the same thing.
Exactly.
White Fang, Black Tooth.
Greaseman was worse than Soupy
They call that
Sales.
Tom's Folly.
Soupy Sales at least was fun to listen to when he had a nervous breakdown.
We should get Cousin Brucey Traffic as long as we're at it. Yee. Hey.
Tom, is any
That's
of this
actually not
sinking
bad.
in?
What?
Tom, is any of this sinking in that oil-soaked head of yours?
Tom, is any of this sinking in this? We'll talk to this idiot. Is there anything sinking into that oil-soaked head of yours? I tell you, man, I got a situation I got to get out
I
of.
just wonder what kind of... I bet you Tom never even said anything to these guys about what they can and cannot do.
No. Well, what it is let me tell you what's going on, too. So if I put an intern on the air in the morning, they all haul the intern on at night. You know, they're all...
Tom's out there with a pencil and a piece of paper.
Tom will siphon off anything off the show. He'll put. Why don't you just make everybody here a disc jockey? Listen to me. I got a franchise here in the morning. People like my show. I know that I'm under attack by every radio station, and the reason why they're all jealous. All the other stations are jealous of my ratings, my success, the loyalty my fans have to me.
Howard,
but when you work at a radio station and you are the franchise, you expect loyalty from within the ranks. I've never met
in here. Yeah.
I never met this whipping guy. All I know is every time he says something about me on the air, he's in here. I want to apologize to Howard. I want to come in and apologize. I'll do it on the air. I'm not interested in
Nobody
that.
wants to have a personal conversation with you.
I'm interested in honesty. All of these guys worship me. They sit there and suckle my toes off the air, want to meet with me, want to be with me, want to be in my light and my presence. It's like I got 27 girlfriends.
Well, you always wanted to be in that position.
But getting on the air and talking about my appearance, and talking about me and my physical appearance, and F. Howard and F. Jackie. I'll say F. Jackie till the moon stops shining. But only I'll say it. This guy isn't fit to kiss Jackie's ass.
Howard.
Jackie's one of the funniest guys I know. I've never heard a funny thing out of this guy's mouth.
Jackie, by the way, you clobbered Dice Clay last night. I saw the thing on.
Oh, please be quiet.
But let me just say
I'm Jesus and Tom hires Judas.
Howard, let me just say one other thing.
And guys who are not even fit, I mean, even to be in the same room with me, Tom, get this plague away from me now.
Howard, you
understand what a plague is?
Howard, you haven't figured out what's going on.
You're going to tell me what you're going to do about it? What's the game plan here?
Well, I want to find out more.
You're going to do
more
some
about what he
research?
said. I mean, I'm going to talk to the guy, and if he said what he said, then I'll
Well, if
deal
he
with
said
it.
what he said, what should we do about it? What should we do? Should we keep him on the station, give him another chance?
Strike one.
Yeah, strike one.
Howard, Tom is encouraging them to say this so that he can sprinkle your name around the station.
Yeah, well, this is a great way to do it.
On. These kids, no stupid kids.
I'd like to see. You know what's amazing to me? None of these guys have gotten. None of these guys have gotten ratings yet. Did you know that? None of them have performed. Now, if the idea is to attack me and somehow get ratings because by sucking me into some sort of rivalry will get their name out there, I'm not playing that game. I'll be here till Friday. If the guy's still here, I'll be gone, and then he can be the morning man, and we'll see how he does. I don't care about no goddamn contract. I'm not working with a guy who doesn't sit there and play by my rules. I'm the coach.
Chiasano, I want you to answer one question. Are you working for NEW?
Do you work for NEW? That's a good question. How do we know you're not a double agent?
He's working for NEW.
Right. First he tried to ruin our ratings with the Grease Man. We finally got rid of him. Now we got a new guy.
Sabotaging us all along.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I don't know why I got to put up with this.
I don't know why either. That's why I want.
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why I have to have my audience telling me I'm being insulted by my own radio station.
Apparently it went on for quite some time. Wasn't just an aside.
This woman, where's that woman? Hello, ma'am?
Maria?
Maria?
Are you still? She's gone.
I
I
must have
guess.
hung up.
Tom, I think you're getting payola.
I think
from
you know
the
what.
other
I think
stations.
you annoyed her away. Is what happened.
Tom, you're getting payola from the other stations. Why don't you admit it?
Okay, I'm willing to admit it right here.
Well, then you should be fired. Really, you should be fired.
Why does the station keep him on?
Tell me something, sir. You're on the phone and you're smarter than my general manager, so I'm going to address this question to you, okay? And I hope you'll answer it.
Yes.
Which is more of an obstacle? Jocks who insult me or equipment that doesn't work? You tell me how it is possible that I am the #1 rated disc jockey in the world when I have equipment that doesn't work and I have an army of no talents sitting and attacking me on the air.
Your biggest obstacle, Howard, is Tom Chiasano.
Thank you.
Thank you.
He is your big.
Thank you for answering
He is at
that.
the root of all of it.
He's
You're
the
absolutely
obstacle
right.
to the audience. To
My
you.
life is an obstacle course. My professional and personal life is an obstacle course, but I can figure out my professional life. That's simple.
Tom Chiasano, I could tell you in 3 seconds other people to hire that would be better, but why not just fire these DJs? Why not just play music?
Right.
What's the point?
Tom is a 40-foot wall that I have to learn to climb. Tom is my obstacle course. You don't know how long the headphones haven't worked.
I'll hire the real fake Ron Lundy.
All right. Thank you, Tom. Tom, you can leave now so we can talk about you behind your back. Because this is in front of you, we're being polite. All right. Thank you. Thanks for a great game plan. Keep laughing it up.
Okay.
X on head.
All right. He does pump a lot of oil into that head. What are you using on your head?
10W40.
No, really, what is that? What is that on your head?
That's some kind of a gel.
What is it, a gel?
Yeah.
Well, he's got some gel. He's slick back. He thinks he's Don Johnson now. All right. Go ahead, Tom. Go
Probably
look in the
have
mirror.
other DJ satisfy themselves on top of his head.
Right.
You know when this guy's getting at Tom, he is funny.
Yeah, he is.
He's not at all.
Yes, he is funny. This guy should be the nighttime guy.
Thank you, Jackie.
Oh, it's enjoyable.
It's enjoyable. All right, Tom. Thanks.
Okay, thank you very
Thanks for your help on nothing.
Good job.
Good job.
Creep.
Right.
Fred, don't we need spots?
No, you don't.
Chiasano is such a stupid Guido. He's dumber than Steve Grillo. Someone tell me why this
Howard, I will.
Howard show by destroying the foundations upon which the show was built. I suspect it's Catholic guilt that Chiasano.
Thank you. Right. All right, I got to go.
All right, thanks a lot, Howard.
All right, thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
See you, Howard.
Bye.
Take care.
Take care. Thank you. Thank you for my fans who report to me.
Yeah, thank goodness for them.
While I'm sleeping, I'm being attacked on my own radio station. That's good. Friendly fire, they call that.
Tom doesn't know what's going on.
No, Tom is busy. What do you do at night, by the way? Do you ever listen to the station? You sleep?
Right.
I see. All right. Well, you got to get a lot of sleep. You got to look beautiful in the
Well, yeah,
morning.
he's going to do a lot of hard work today.
Yeah. He's got a lot on his mind. All right.
Even my son is nicknamed Robin Pylon.
Pylon, because she always piles on. Well, I'm glad she does.
Opportunity, I see.
You know, I'm the Olympics. You know how great the Olympics are and they bring in big ratings? I happen to be the Olympics on this radio
That's right.
station.
You are.
And you know
Every
who
day.
And you know who
It's
Tom
not
is?
sometime event.
Tom is that fat guy, Jewel, who blows up the Olympics.
Yes.
Or who evidently they can't tell if he blew up the Olympics.
He's some
Allegedly.
guy who blew up the Olympics.
Right. Whatever they're alleging there. Thank you, Mr. Jewel. Thank you.
But you see, you're better than the Olympics. The Olympics comes down around once every 4 years.
Right.
NBC has to wait for those kind of ratings.
No, I'm changing.
You do it from every day.
I'm only showing up once every 4 years, like a comet. All right, thank you, Tom.
Thank you.
Right.
Thank you.
Go. Maybe the Greaseman's on WEVD. Go listen to him.
Thank you.
All right. Let's hope they bring him back to New York so you have something to listen to.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
We're
Has
gonna.
there been a great outcry since he left?
Oh, you should see people are protesting the
you
streets.
would cry is unbelievable.
Oh yeah, people are weeping in the streets.
It was me coloring and me crying.
You know, Tom's a lot like the Olympics because Tom does something every 4 years that works out right. One thing. There you go.
Thank you.
All right, thanks, Tom. Bye-bye. All right, there goes Tom. He's taking off his headphones.
You know I don't want to leave until you
Nah, just leave. I'm done with you. I said everything I got to say to your face. I'm not going to say it behind your back. Go ahead. Go ahead and leave.
Yeah.
All right. You're the gold. You got a gold medal in bad clothing. Look at that tie. Very good.
This is a nice tie. Blow your nose up.
All right, goodbye. Please. Your dress is good. It's a big joke around here. Now Tom will come to me. I know exactly how this is going to play out. I called the whipping boy, and he wants to come in and apologize to you. No. Don't embarrass me with that. You let guys get away with that kind of crap, man, and then you might as well just bend over and take it. That's it. I say Outensy. That's my vote, and that's my final vote. And my vote counts the most, as far as I'm concerned. I'm offended.
Should be.
Yep. All right, I got to take a break, Robin. I think most of us are just cynics, down on everything, and we recognize the creeps and the bloodsuckers who are out there. We know who they are. Most of them are lawyers. We're a bunch of people who get together every morning who all have similar thoughts. We know the world is filled with wicked, deceitful people. That at the bottom of everything, people are evil.
Oh.
And how do we know that?
Here we go.
And how do we know this?
How do we know this? I don't know.
What,
this.
did you
So
just
how
wake
do
up?
we know? I'm just listening to you and go, good Lord.
I was doing a
when
monologue.
does it end?
I was doing a monologue.
I had to stop you.
We know that when we're born, most of us who have vaginas are molested.
Oh,
Those that have penises
are the molesters.
are the molestors. Wait, please, allow me to continue.
Will you stop?
We know that as we get older, we're put in something worse than prison called school, where morons begin to tell us what we can and can't do. There are some good teachers, and then there are... What's the wicked part is that the other children are...
Evil,
annoying human beings that we are stuck in a room with. Even if we want to get out of that room, we cannot. So what do most of us do? 99% of us who are somewhat sane begin to smoke marijuana and do drugs to drown out the pain.
Your argument is not making any sense.
Excuse me, I'm not arguing anything.
Evil. Most of us are normal.
The ones in our audience are normal. Then we do meaningless jobs when we graduate this school. They tell us through all of school that if we go there, we will get a great job, and we do meaningless jobs.
You're
for
just
money,
looking for reasons to be miserable.
for money that
What?
I don't know. We work for money that buys unhealthy food. And then
in factories
we
that
realize,
pollute our air.
excuse me.
Okay, I'm sorry.
And then we realize,
trying to help you.
and then there's no help required here. This is my rap. I've prepared
I want to
this.
help you be more miserable.
And then we realize that we are all gerbils going around on a wheel. We're gerbils that walk upright. The world is a big friggin' metal wheel.
Yeah, is everybody ready to slit their wrists?
And then we go through this whole charade. And we fall in love. Which is a unique experience. We know that everything in life blows, but then all of a sudden a pleasant surprise. You marry and you have kids. And of course, eventually your kids go to expensive psychiatrists so the shrink can sit and tell them what a scumbag you were when you raised them. And then your wife blames you. And just when you think things can't possibly get worse, you agree to make a movie. No. That's quite a joy, actually. It's been a pleasant experience, actually.
That's the only pleasant experience in your life.
The only thing ever good that ever happens to you is you make a movie. No, forget the movie. I know what you're talking about. The movie is, you see, that's all illusion. Maya, as the Indians call it.
What?
Maya is illusion. That's all illusion. That's all gross level stuff. I'm talking about the deep stuff. I'm talking about why life blows.
Well, see, you're not describing my life.
Shh. You fell off a horse yesterday. You're not well. And then as we get older, we begin to think, well, maybe there's a God. And maybe when we die, we're going to go to a place called heaven. Now, most of you roaches know that you have done nothing to deserve to get to heaven. You have fouled this planet with one evil or another, and you are not, even if there was a heaven, which there isn't, because there's no Santa Claus, there's no goddamn aliens, there's nobody else on this planet, in this universe.
And what would heaven be?
The evil and the good. Do you understand what I'm saying? Is anybody listening? Does anybody get it?
What? You're talking to yourself because you're the only one who has this feeling that you have to be good.
Listen to me. Oh, no, I'm not the only one. I met someone else who feels that way. I met other people who feel this way.
Who are these people?
The goddamn Pope and Mother Teresa. Now, you know, here's the cosmic kick in the ass, all right? OJ, all right? Chopped off his wife's head and that weighed his head, Ron Goldman. And he is going to the same place you are.
That's right.
So what do you think of that? Stupid ass. It's all a big joke. It's all a joke. And then like some poor bastard, you get blown up by some goddamn Arab in a Flight 800 or something like that.
Or some disgruntled security guard.
Yeah, some guy who wants to be a hero blows you up at the Olympics.
Park.
And OJ plays golf.
Yeah, go figure.